Back in middle school.
All right, here we go.
That was elementary.
We're continuing with our review, and at the moment, I am picking and choosing, but tomorrow, you will come in prepared with questions you want to go over. So, I am now looking at page 3, and problem number 1. So, page 3, problem number 1. And y'all heard me say that by tomorrow, you will come in with things circled or highlighted in this packet that we need to talk about, right?
Yes.
A lot of it's repetitive, because it's just all kinds of review sheets that I've had over the years. But find one you want to do. All right, here we go.
Also, tomorrow there's an APR history trip, so they give me my last one.
J Swirl.
Well, I'm sorry about that. This
No,
was
so I'll
the
just let
video.
you know.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you for letting me know that.
Of course.
I appreciate that. Okay, so how do I start? My job is to graph this. I'm gonna graph this. So I'll factor it. So I'm gonna take a 2 out. And x minus 2x plus 1, I think. I took 2 out of the top. And factored that. Okay, I think that's good. And then the bottom is x plus 5, x plus 1. And then this happens sometimes. It happens in this problem. It does not happen in problem 2 on this page. Something will cancel. And when we cancel, then we know we're going to have a hole, and we might as well put it in the picture right now. It's going to happen where x is -1, because that is the factor that canceled out, right? So if I put -1 in here, I'm going to have 2 times -3 over 4, which is -6/4 or -3/2. So in my picture, -1, -3/2. Right there is the hole in my picture, the gap. Okay, now focus right here. What else can you tell from there? What else is going to go in my picture? A vertical asymptote at -5. So x equals -5. That's my vertical asymptote. What else?
Horizontal at 2.
Horizontal asymptote at y equals 2.
Intercept at 2.
An x-intercept at 2. That comes straight from the numerator of the problem. And then my y-intercept, now be careful, I'm gonna go back to the beginning because then I don't have to mess with the parentheses. But if these are all 0, then it's gonna be -4/5. X-intercept where y is 0. Now all these have to be connected, so I'm kind of seeing something like this. Are you seeing something like that in here?
Yep.
But, what? Don't forget,
The other side.
there's another piece right up here, right? Clear off, probably off the picture. Clear over here, there's another piece,
Yeah.
right? And there it is. Okay. Now go to page 5. Get your calculator out. And we are going to solve number 1 with our calculator. And I honestly don't know if I ever even told you that when you use the RREF button, remember that RREF we're going to use, the calculator is doing a process called Gauss-Jordan reduction. So Gauss-Jordan reduction, there are steps involved, but the calculator just does it for you. In the old days, we did it by hand, but now we just let our calculator do it. So remember how that works. 1, 2, 1, 7. 2, 1, negative 3, negative 5. 1, negative 3, 1, negative 2. You really can't miss these problems unless you type a number in wrong. So make sure that you are typing in your matrix correctly. So, second matrix, edit. What are the dimensions of the matrix I'm going to put in? 3 by 4. And I'll put the numbers in. And then second matrix match. This is what I got, but I don't know. Did I type something in wrong? Or is
I
this-
got that too. That's what I got.
So
That's what
that
I got.
means the answer is 0.68, 1.8, and 2.72. That's mine. I have, no, I'm sure that is family stuff. I have a couple nieces that are competing in a stunt cheerleading competition.
That's nice.
And yeah, I'm getting information about that. All right, everybody got it? Hey, if you don't, guess what we have tomorrow morning?
Office hours.
Oh, yeah, we do, yeah.
And we have this. Never mind.
No, you're
We
good,
have a
Doc.
class, but I'm not going to through all this in class.
Yeah.
All right, now, while we have our calculators out, turn to the back. No, the front, turn to page 7. Turn to the last page, page 7. And we are going to do problem 2. So go to the last page, the front of the last page, and we are going to do problem 2. Right before lunch, we did a problem by hand using the inverse method. And remember that ultimately, to get our answer, we multiplied A inverse times B. Remember that? We found the inverse, multiplied it times B. We are going to do exactly the same thing with problem number 2. It's big. We're going to let our calculator do it. So, what is matrix A going to be? Matrix A. 1, 1, 1, 1, 10. 2, negative 1. This is A, B, C, D. 1, 0, 7.
Page 7.
Page 7,
Question 2.
problem 2.
Hi, Brody.
As my mom would say, wake up and smell the coffee.
That's right.
All right, third line, 1, negative 2, 1, negative 1, negative 1. And 1, 1, negative 2, negative 3, 0. We have to make sure when we put these things into our calculators that we're getting the zeros in the right spots. Okay, everybody okay with that? What are we putting in as matrix B then? We're gonna put in 2 matrices. What is matrix B gonna be?
The answers.
10, 7, Okay, I am totally wrong here.
We shouldn't have put 10, 7 there.
I don't want those there, I only want A,
Yeah.
B, and C, and D. I am so sorry. So matrix A is 1, 1, 1, 1, just the coefficients. 2, negative 1, 1, 0, yep. 1, negative 2, 1, negative 1, and 1, 1, negative, okay, now I'm good. So 10, 7, negative 1, 0, that's my B. Okay. Now I'm gonna put both of those in on my calculator. So second matrix edit. What are the dimensions of matrix A?
4 by 4.
4 by 4.
Wait, do we not include
Not with this method, we don't.
we don't include the number, like the
No, not,
equals?
it's two separate matrices. But you have to put both of them in. So when you go to put in the second one, you go across to edit, but you have to go down to B. You need a new name for it, so we're gonna call it B. And his dimensions are what? What are his dimensions? 4 by 1, yep, 4 by 1, good. Once you have both matrices in, you are going to tell it to do this. So you're gonna press second matrix, and then just enter. That will pull up A, matrix A. Then we're gonna put the little inverse on it, which is actually the matrix button, X inverse. Just press that, and it'll pop that onto it. And then times second matrix, go down to B and press enter. And then it came out to be 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, on that same page, I want to go down to the bottom, problem number 7, and we'll, if you have questions about some of these tomorrow, I'm good, I'm not gonna do them all right now, but I want to look at problems D, E, and F. D, E, and F all involve finding the determinant. I already did today one like A, determinant of A. What about the determinant of C?
Can you not do it?
Can't do it, that's right, Aiden. You can't do it because it
It's not
isn't
equal.
square. It's not square, so that would be one of those no answers. Yep, no solution. And we've already done something like the determinant of D, so those are doable. Now skip down to J. Does anybody remember what J means? Transpose.
Do that.
And so the transpose of C, C transpose, where's C? It means row 1, negative 115 becomes column 1, and 032 becomes column 2. Now, what does K mean? What does that mean? Anybody remember? That's the trace. And the trace, yes we did, the trace is, for this problem, it would be 7. How did I get 7? Look at matrix A and add up the numbers on the main diagonal. So 1, 1, 5. That's called the trace. Traces can only happen in squares. They're like the determinant,
It's always the main guy.
and it's always the main diagonal. So it's just add them up, 1 plus 1 plus 5. That is not my phone.
Why not? My iPad.
Is your phone up?
Yeah, my phone's up there. I thought that was my ringer. It sounded like it doesn't.
What the heck is iPad is?
I don't think it's.
It was because I got FaceTime. I got Rangers on too, I don't know why.
Wow.
Who's FaceTiming you in the middle of the school day?
My mom said she butt dialed me.
Huh?
My mom said she butt dialed me on FaceTime. It
I
wasn't.
don't believe it.
Alright, okay. While we're here, let's look at number 10. This is what we did yesterday, problem number 10. So let's work through this.
Oh, we did these yesterday.
Yes, we did. And then we will get all the ones I wanted to make sure we hit. So let's work through problem number 10.
Sure, test questions.
Yeah, oh, there's a test question. Yeah, just one, but you're gonna have to do one of these. Okay, now, here's the deal. Notice, there's no chart or anything set up for you, but
That's my,
are you okay?
yeah,
The alarms are not good. You okay?
yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. All right, so here we go. We're gonna set up a chart. I'm just starting with this, I don't know what I'm gonna have, all right. Oh, wait, stop, we already did this one. Read it, didn't we do it yesterday?
Wait, we did.
We did. So let's do the one, let's do the one on the back of page 6. There's one on the back of page 6.
Oh, the one about 10?
Have we done this one?
No, we didn't do this one. No, I don't think we did this one.
So here we go, on the back of page 6. Ted needs vitamin A, vitamin B, and vitamin C.
It's that dude.
And
That's the one I can.
he can use brand X or brand Y. Brand X costs 6 cents, and brand Y is 8 cents. Brand X gives me 2 A's, 3 B's, and 25 C's. Brand Y gives me 1, 4, and 50. And I want to do what? We'll call this total. Oh wait, he needs 4 milligrams of that, 11, and 100. Okay. How does that chart look to everybody?
Yeah. Minimum daily needs.
Okay, now, what am I, it looks like I'm minimizing something. What am I minimizing?
Daily needs.
Cost.
Cost. Yeah, I'm minimizing cost. What does most economical mean?
Most profitable.
Yeah, cheapest, right? Yeah, how I get to keep more of my money, right? So I'm looking to minimize the cost. All right, what am I going to be graphing? Well, what does this say? 2x plus 1y greater than or equal to 4. Why is it greater than or equal to? Because he needs at least 4 milligrams of that. That's his minimum daily need, so he needs at least that much. And then 3x plus 4y greater than or equal to, stop making the noises. Stand up, turn around.
It's crazy.
What? Alright, is whatever.
And then 25x plus 50y greater than or equal to 100.
Yep.
And then of course, like always, I can't have negative bills, so x and y are both positive, but that is clearly implied with the graph.
Yeah.
All right. Tomorrow, I will not be, or when I take a test, I mean, I won't be requiring a chart. I think it's helpful to have it, But if I don't have one set up for you and you don't wanna fill it in, that's totally fine. You need an answer. Alright, so where's the answer gonna come from? Well, it's gonna come from the graph. So with my pink marker, I'm gonna go ahead and cover up Y and say X is 2. And then I'll cover up X and say Y is 4. And then I'll connect those dots and understand that I am shaded
Out.
out. Yep. Now, here's my orange one. Don't freak out.
God, you know 11.
We're gonna have some decimals, and that's okay. So if I cover up Y, X is 11 thirds, which is 3 something,
3 2/3.
3 and 2/3, so like 3.7. And if I cover up X, Y is 2.75. So I'll connect those. And that one is also shaded out.
X is 4.
X, yep, X is 4,
Y is 2.
Y is 2. That line's not too straight.
Like you're set.
Okay. Now, everything in that picture is shaded out. So, remember, and I'm in quadrant 1. So I am looking at that point, this point right here, which I don't know, this point, which I don't know, and the point 4, 0. Would that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
Okay, so now I just need to figure out what those 2 missing points are. I will do it, this one right here is where pink and orange intersect. So 2x plus y equals 4, and 3x plus 4y equals 11.
I don't know what we should do here.
I think I'll multiply this one by -4. So -8x minus 4y equals -16.
Elimination.
Yeah, I always eliminate, you don't have to.
No, I feel like that's easier.
So it looks like x equals 1. And if x equals 1, then y equals 2. Now what am I gonna do? Same thing? Only I'm gonna do it for orange and blue. So 3x plus 4y equals 11, and 25x plus 50y equals 100.
I say times that.
Yeah, who's listening?
Can we eliminate here?
No, just multiply.
No.
Yeah, multiply the top by 15. What is that?
Negative.
You're good. Wait, what's
About 25 and
If I multiply this
25.
one by
25,
the bottom by
25,
-2, -2.
and this one by -2,
Yes.
that'll work, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay,
Oh,
so 75x
Was that 275
plus 100y
equals 275?
Oh,
equals, what is that?
275, I think?
Thank you.
Well, he's quick on his feet.
That was
And
nice.
then negative 50x
you sure?
minus 100y equals negative 200.
You math triple X?
So 25x equals 75, it looks like x equals 3. My pictures on it. That's 3.
Inside joke.
And if I plug it in,
Where's Bob? Where's the Bob?
I get a half.
The joke would be something.
Voice.
Try to tell him.
All right, now what? We're almost done. Let's get this finished. What do I need to do now?
You plug, yeah.
I
Plug
need
it in
to
and find the one
the
with the lowest.
cost
The one with
of
the lowest.
each of these, okay?
Plug it
So
in.
0, 4, oh, I didn't write it down. 6x plus 8y is my cost.
Yeah.
So, that would
First one would
be
be
32
32.
cents.
Wait, we're gonna get 6x.
Next would be 22.
3,
22.
18, and 4, yep, 22
And
cents.
then next would be, not too much, 22 again.
1 and 2 is 22 again.
Yep, 22.
Oh, cost per show.
So which one do we choose?
4, 0. All right, are we good?
No.
Now we have to decide on an answer. Now, practically, I mean,
Or no.
mathematically speaking, these both would be the best answer. But if I'm the one taking the pills,
No, half a pill.
I don't wanna mess around with half. You can take half a pill, but what a pain in the butt. So I'm not gonna mess with that. I'm gonna take 1 brand X and 2 brand Y.
Okay, so would we technically, would we be wrong if we said, one half?
No, you can take half a pill.
Okay, so that would be correct.
I second that.
Would you consider that wrong if we did?
No.
I would just look at you like, why would you do that if you did not do that, right?
I like it.
Now, if there was another compelling reason to do it, yeah, that would be fine, because you can take half a pill. All right, so for tomorrow, which, boys and girls, once again, it will be Friday afternoon, last period.
No, we're not
But
gonna.
we are going to be locked in because our test is going to be Tuesday. So tomorrow is our last opportunity to review. So you will come tomorrow with problems circled, highlighted, whatever. I'm not ready to talk
Nah, you're good though.
I finished chapter 8. I can't deal with